Okay, good morning everybody. Today is the 12th of February and 2018. My name is Darius and working for JFD Brokers, and we're having today's Traders Espresso. So let's jump quickly into the markets and have a look what's happening this week. So this week is actually a big week. And we're gonna have a lot of CPI reports from Germany, from UK, from the United States. So yes, let's quickly have a look at the Euro USD. So what's in line for us this week? So we can see that we're still on this slope downwards for the past 2 weeks, even though the overall trend is still going higher. Now we are at this interesting junction right now, so we're waiting for a good move from the euro dollar. So at the moment it's trading at 122, around 850. Any potential move towards the upside and a break of around this level of 23,250 could be seen as a potential move to the upside. Still, we believe that there is a chance that this week we'll still see some negativity, and any move back towards this little trend line here could indicate that we can break this and move towards the 50 EMA that we've got here as a red line. So yeah, so the only thing is at the moment we should probably stick around and wait and see what's going to happen, and just keep an eye on these levels. Now if we look at the GBP USD, this is a different picture, so you can see that we've got a lot of different levels here on the daily. Let's slightly increase this, and yeah, it's also, even though the overall trend here, we can see that it's running wild and it's running upwards. Yeah, over the past 2 weeks we've seen a good decline. Somebody could say that this is a correction. Of course, let's see what's going to happen. For now, I would say we need a little bit of retracement. I think that this could hit this trend line right here. Let's slightly make it closer. Yeah, we can see clearly that on a 4-hour chart we've got this downward slope trend line, and yeah, and at the moment the price is balancing above the 200 EMA on the 4-hour chart. So we could see something maybe happening like this, a potential move up. Oops, wrong line. There we go, something like this. Hit this trend line. Let's just quickly remove this a little bit away from it. So yeah, hit this trend line, and then maybe we could get a bounce back. Well, sorry, not a bounce back down, but like just a move back down, and something like this. We still believe that there's some negativity around GBP USD, so it could follow up. Of course, the alternative scenario would be a break of this trend line around this area and a move higher. Now, higher, I would say something around 140 level, which acted in the past few days as a psychological level. So 140 to watch. Of course, that's still not far from the current price, but yeah, but still we think that there could be some downwards moves after all. Now if we look at the EURGBP, now that's an interesting picture here as well. It's kind of stuck in this range and kind of like wedge formation. Now at the moment it seems that it's getting squeezed, and it's waiting for a good pop or something, either upwards or downwards. So now we would consider any break above this level here, we would consider as a buying opportunity. Now, of course, you need to be careful with this, and you might get false breakouts. But overall, yeah, a good break above this line could give some bulls, yeah, some space to come in. and we could push maybe the price a little bit higher. So levels to watch here are around 0.90. So another good level to watch would be around 0.89 to 250, approximately like that. But if we get breaks above that, yeah, 0.90 could be our next target. If, of course, on the downside, if we start getting back to levels here, to this trend line here, now this could change the picture, of course, and we could start seeing some moves more to the downside. Overall, even if we're going to look on a weekly, it's quite difficult with this pair, to be honest. We need it for a good confirmation until we decide what to do with it. Yep. So also USDCAD. Oops, wrong chart. USDCAD. Yeah, we can see that last week we had a nice shooting star here, this candle here, and we can see that yes, today it started its day with falling off the cliff. Not a huge move down, but still it's signaling some downside at the moment. On the daily, we can see that it's currently moving towards the 50 EMA. It was hanging on this 100 EMA, the green line here. It was hanging here, but then, yeah, it decided now to move to the 50 EMA, which actually could be maybe a good support level, because the overall trend is down, but we could see a move back up maybe at some point, if of course the dollar is going to get stronger at some point. So something like this is, by the way, this is a weekly chart that I'm looking at right now. I think we still have some potential to move to the upside, but that's of course depending on the dollar strength. And getting back to the daily again, so good levels to watch would be this previous high, last week's high at around 128.850. If we get a break on this level here more to the upside, then yeah, we could see some more bigger moves towards that trend line that I was showing you here on the weekly chart. Let's get highlighted here nicely here. Yep. So there we go. And okay, let's quickly look at the USDCHF. So, well, this is quite a difficult one, to be honest. At the moment it's kind of going sideways. Some could say, let's just get rid of these lines here. Yeah. So again, enlarge it a little bit. So yeah, some could say maybe this is something like a head and shoulders here, but again, we need some good confirmation before we can get it confirmed. So we need a good breakdown. Well, if we'll consider this to be in head and shoulders, so a break below this neckline, then yes, we could see some more moves to the downside. At the moment, it's still difficult to say that this is actually a head and shoulders, but again, we probably should keep an eye on this closely. Now, dollar yen. Dollar yen is for me at the moment, is one of the interesting ones because on the big picture, yes, even though we're on this upwards moving trend line, it is now getting closer to its apex on the weekly. So we can see that this is getting squeezed a little bit right now. And if we're going to go back to the daily chart, yeah, we can see that even though we've got this steep trend line here, there could be a potential to break it. Let me just highlight that. So I'm talking about this little trend line here. Yeah, we could get maybe a pop. Again, this is going to be maybe a good pop, maybe like going back to the highs here. But at the moment, it's kind of really looking negative, and any move towards this level here, towards this big trend line that's running from 2012 September, any move back to that line and a potential break of it, we should keep an eye on it carefully, because this could actually change the game, and this could actually make it move lower, even lower, and that would probably push it towards, could do it to, well, maybe 100 is a bit drastic, but something, at least the first target would be around 107, and then if that doesn't hold, then yes, 105 could be a possibility. So I suggest to keep this one on your radar and just observe what's happening with it. Let's quickly jump into a few indices. We can see the DAX here. DAX had a bad week last week, and I think that there could be some continuation. If we're going to look at the weekly chart here, yes, we've broken the 50 EMA, and there is some potential to move towards the 100 EMA, which actually tested last week, but it kind of got away from it quite far. So could be a potential move back to the 100 EMA. That's around 12,000. That would be also a psychological level to watch. But first, probably would need to make a retracement to the upside a little bit, and then even, let's say, maybe even to the 12.8 to this 200 EMA on the daily chart, which is around 12,760. But that would be actually quite probably a bullish sign if the market would move back to the 200 EMA. So yeah, but overall, at the moment, we're expecting some negativity to continue for this week as well. Okay, so, and just last, let's look at gold, which is actually quite an interesting one as well. Now, it's getting a rebound from last week's sell-off. It's getting a rebound right now. Could go to potentially around 1330 level. If we start seeing breaks above 1335, then I would expect it to go even higher and test the previous highs. Now, on the downside, of course, for me, the ideal scenario would be if this. There we go. If this would actually go back down to last week's low of like around 1307, and then actually move towards the 1300s, because again, psychological level could be, that could be quite. And this level actually was tested a few times in the past, so it actually could act as a good magnet for the price to go. Also, we've got the 100 EMA around that level, so it's 1305, and the 200. The 200 EMA, probably that's a bit too drastic. So yeah, at the moment, I think we need to watch these levels, because this is kind of getting into it's getting kind of squeezed in this kind of apex formation. So any break above that or below that, we would there's a chance to jump in. Okay, well, everybody have a good week, good trading day today, and keep an eye on the price action. And also, if you would like to get like some more detailed analysis on everything that was said, you can join us. You can have a go and check us out on our website here, and click on the JFD research, which will take you to another, it'll open another tab, and you can have your reads here, because we provide like daily and weekly reports, so you can have a good read here and just understand what the analysis is. Okay, thank you very much, everybody, and keep an eye on the price.